and it's coming up next.
We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New England Patriots taking on the New York Giants.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. The Patriots offense set to go to work with Mac Jones at quarterback in his third season now out of Alabama.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
They'll start the drive with Elliott.
That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A handoff left to Elliott. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
14 yards is the pickup there on a New England 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Dexter Lawrence finding his way through defensively for the stop.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Inside give to Elliott. And he spins past him and into space. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1.
Now Jones.
Throwing the out route, he's got Parker. And the Patriots are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Elliott is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line.
Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. They'll try again with Elliott. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Ezekiel Elliott
His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Patriots get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Folk connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And the Giants ready to go now on offense. And under center is the man in possession of a new contract for 2023 and beyond. In his 5th season now, Daniel Jones.
I like this guy. And the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed. Take what the defense gives him. And then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week. But he found a way for his team to win.
Detroit.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
7 yards there and a first down. Throwing, Jones.
Back to the same target, Campbell.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
The Giants at 6-5 now on the year. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Powers through it. But he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down. Again, he'll drop to throw.
He finds him again. Saquon Barkley.
Touchdown! Saquon Barkley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Giants are an extra point away from drawing level.
Gano the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And it's capped off by a receiving touchdown from Saquon Barkley.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. And you see the last drive, great chunk of yardage, the touchdown on 5 carries. And offensively, everything just looked in sync, didn't it?
It did, and the reason that it was in sync is because it's a combination of play calling, game plan, offensive line marrying up with all their blocks. But don't forget the receivers out on the perimeter. Any type of a long run, the receivers have had a hand in that because they've occupied people downfield. And, of course, give the big credit to the man with the football. Great vision, good movement, gets to the end zone.
To throw on second down. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Credit that to the former Georgia Bulldog, Azeez Ojulari getting in there to bring him down. Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes, because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
2nd and 10. Throw left side here, complete to Campbell. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Well, now hang on here because Saquon Barkley is in some discomfort, so we're going to have a pause here for an injury. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
In motion right, that's Hyatt.
Timberland.
Now Jones to throw on second down. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Jalen Hyatt, 44 yards. And the Giants have taken the lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 14-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Marcus Jones going to elect to bring this one out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
Successful toss play to the right there. It's interesting. Teams seem to run the toss a lot more to the right than to the left.
It's usually a little more natural. Right-handed quarterback, typically your power side running the ball is to the right side with your guard and your tackle. In college football, they used to call student body right because you had everyone on that side, including the fullback leading. In the pros, they don't call it that, but it's still the same result.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Back to throw. Jones. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That open man that time, they ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. New York set to take the field. Now their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's gotten them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
A big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. And right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. There he goes, left side. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Giants. Matt Breida, 74 yards. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gano the extra point, and it's now 21-7. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it.
Taken at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. He's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
He's established himself well. Now can they put more points on? Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. He was out there waving his arm saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
But all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and that one's 4th down.
Here's Bryce Behringer on now to punt.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here's Jackson to return. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Giants now going to take over late in this first half. And with a 21-7 lead already in their hip pocket, probably not a time to get too creative or inventive here. We'll see. In motion, Slayton.
Open target here, Darius Slayton. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Any questions of how they'd approach this drive were answered right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the first half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
In motion right, Campbell. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing on second and long. Jones. Now this thrown deep for Slayton. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here's Jones. A final shot before break. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Breida to get the third quarter started. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Back to throw. Jones. He connects with Hyatt. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Looking to throw. Jones. Now this thrown deep for Slayton. That is incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone, throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
And that is exactly what you needed defensively. It's a long road back from here, but that's a good start to the second half as they force a punting situation and a 4th down.
Gets it out quickly here to the left flat. And he is going to have the Giants first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. 18 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be first down Giants.
Okay, here we go.
A run between the tackles with Breida. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
This is 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he'll go underneath here to Breida. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Andrew Thomas, former first-rounder from Georgia, called for the penalty there. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. The slot man in motion right.
Great.
Jones looking to throw on 2nd down. Looking deep downfield. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Jalen Hyatt with an amazing diving catch. And the Giants are able to widen their advantage. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Jones on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. Jones now throwing on 1st down. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. Short pass caught by Henry. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. They'll look to throw again. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Parker. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. So from the 22, here's 2nd and 2. Off the play fake. Jones. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Mike Gesicki, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Patriots get a bit closer. So a very important first drive of the 3rd quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
Extra point up and good by Folk, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford.
lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
In motion, Slayton.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Here's Jones. Throwing on 4th down. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back.
And he is going to have the Giants first down. And how about that for getting what you need? It's a gain of 9 there on 4th and 8.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Throwing on 1st down. Jones to the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. 25 yards that
time. Hyatt goes in motion left.
Rita. Other side.
They go play action here on 1st down.
Completed to Hyatt.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
2nd and 6 at the 34-yard line.
Okay, here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
Back to throw again. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. 2 yards on the pickup there. And now it's 3rd and 4.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Pats are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Jones on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Now Jones on 3rd and 2. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. It's a gain of just a couple there, but it's enough to get them the first.
Here we go, get set. 21, 21, 21. 12, 12, 12.
Back to throw. Jones. He finds Douglas complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good position to be in here, second and inches. Looking to throw. Jones. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. And defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Throwing on second and long. Jones. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback and give him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
Dancing away at the 35. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to pick up a Patriots first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Out right to Bourne. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Boy, so what else could go wrong for him here? It's an illegal touching penalty on the outside.
Yeah, Brandon, that really wasn't a very disciplined play, was it? Because you got to know where you are on the field. You can't get that close to the sideline.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Giants are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big. They just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out.
There he goes, right side. He is out of bounds right around the 34. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
And a spot where most offenses would just be trying to get to the finish line and close this game out. They're still looking for points here in the final minute of this game. I think bonuses could be gained and attained with maybe more points.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Jump right, Pacino. Jump right. Timberland. Cockroach.
Now Jones. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach. And maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. That's complete to Slayton. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, it wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Looks like they went for the combo plate there. A nice ample gain on the ground on the previous play. Going for the big shot on that one unsuccessfully.
And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. They put up their goal at the beginning of the season, and that was to win 7 games, and now they've accomplished that mission.
And congratulations to them for achieving their goal. They have to finish the season strong, but you've got to think that going forward for next year, they're going to jump that number up a little bit higher.